Alex, you know, there's a lot of times people say, oh, they're building an event or a card around one man, but I don't think I've ever seen a bigger example of that as this one with you returning to Sydney. Does it feel like the homecoming that it was clearly built to be?
Yeah, I think I'm going to get more of a feel for that, like, you know, today at the open workouts, press conference and all that. I'm going to get that real feel. But, yeah, I guess so. I'm just, you know, fight week's a fight week, but I think I'll really feel it today, from this afternoon, open workouts. I'm expecting good turnouts for everything, so the support's always incredible here.
Are there advantages and disadvantages to that, right? Clearly, you can always get caught up in the emotions of feeling the love from the fans. Do you have to sort of be aware of, like, hey, listen, this is nice, but I'm still going, and there's still a fight to be had here?
It just depends on the fighter. You know, how do they deal with it? For me, like, I'll deal with being at home really well. I'll deal with being, you know, in enemy territory really well. You know, I'll find a way to make it work for me every single time. So it really does depend on the fighter. For me, I'm in a point in my career where the more energy, the better. So this, you know what I mean? Like, because I used to, early in my career, it used to be more about, like, I used to try and stay a little more composed. I didn't want to get, you know, where now I'm like, I don't want to, like, sometimes when I try and chill, I'm like too chill. So I'm like, the energy is going to boost me up. I'm going to let it give me that energy, which I think is going to be an advantage.
Obviously, when Diego got the rematch, there was a little bit of conversation about maybe there were other guys who could have potentially had it ahead of him. But now it's here and you sort of have the fight on hand. Is it fair to say that actually maybe this could be the most fan-friendly, entertaining fight you could have here in Sydney this weekend? Yeah,
for sure. You know, I want to have a big moment here. That's what I love about being here in Sydney. Because whenever I'm travelling away, everyone can't be there live. They can't be in the arena and feel the atmosphere, you know what I mean? Like, you have that feeling. But I get to do that here. Not only go there, hopefully exciting fight, but I want to go out there and look dominant and really give all my supporters, family and friends, like, give them that feeling, right? Like, you know, that moment that they're going to remember for forever. Because they do get them feelings still at home through the TV, but it ain't nothing like it, you know, especially land down under. I can only imagine what that's going to be like walking out. But then, so I want them to just feel that energy. And then having an opponent like that, you know, we're going to bring on a good show, so there'll probably, you know, be a good atmosphere through the whole fight. But yeah, and then I want to get my hand raised and give everyone that moment.
You know, you're always a guy who's looking for new challenges, right? So we obviously have Movzar and their own out there. I don't know if you saw this, but Arman Sarukian was on an aerial show and said he wants to drop to 45 and fight for the title. Curious if you have any thoughts on Arman potentially trying to cut that sort of weight and fighting you and what that could do.
Yeah, I mean, like, I love challenges. He would obviously be a tough challenge. If he could get down there, that would be definitely a tough challenge. Same with Movzar. Obviously, Movzar, good. Like, even the wrestling side of things, like, I'd love that. Because for the legacy, you can talk about legacy. You've got guys like Movzar undefeated. So later, obviously I've got a job to do this weekend. But whatever comes my way, you know, I'll be happy. But Movzar alone, you know, incredible records. Or even Arman, if he was to come down, like, yeah, that's a challenge. So that'll be definitely something. And I feel like my takedown defense is pretty solid. So that'll definitely be a fun one.
Last one for me. You've entered sort of rarefied air where fans, when they see you booked a fight, are almost sort of 50-50 about it because no one wants to see you hurt anymore. Everyone just loves you so much, they don't even want to see you go out there and risk it. How long do you expect to keep doing this for? Obviously, I know that this was sort of like, hey, you could retire in Sydney and there's no interest in that for you, but are you just going to do this until you feel like maybe I'm not at my best? Or is there a moment where you think, there's one moment I'm still searching for, and that'll be the moment?
Yeah, I guess so. You know, this one, like, I'm